And for those who don't understand QLA, maybe can you give us a 1 minute version of what exactly is QLA? How does it work?
QLA stands for Quantum Leap Advantage, an advantage that where you can take an idea, a thought process, a dream, and turn it into reality. But the basis of it is that right now we've been in a free money environment for almost 10 years, meaning the bank interest rates are low. And when the bank interest rates are low, the opportunity to buy revenue, and it's easier to buy revenue than create it. Because when you buy revenue, you're de-risking it, because if a guy's got $1 million in revenue, he may have spent $3 million creating that $1 million. And when we buy a company from a motivated seller where free cash flow covers debt service with no equity involved, it's like a bird's nest on the ground. It's Pandora's box. And for the last several years, because of the free money that's been in existence, because of the almost depression from 2008 and 9, we flourished. But QLA works in an up market, down market, but we're buying revenue from motivated sellers. Because, for example, we passed a Chinese restaurant here a few blocks ago. That guy's kids don't want to have anything to do with a Chinese restaurant. So he's got no right of succession. He's got nobody to leave it to. The kids don't want it. He's not going to be able to buy it because there's 40,000 Chinese restaurants in Vancouver. And so we help him with his retirement plan, so to speak. And we're his end result to be able to buy him out, not just him, but anybody. And then we roll up 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 of these kinds of restaurants, and then we sell it to a big conglomerator that has big restaurant chains, and we hit the cash register. And the model is built to do this every 3 to 7 years. 3 years if you do everything perfect, which we both know hardly anybody does anything perfect.
No, it doesn't happen like that.
In 6 or 7 years.
If you're good.
If you're good.
Yes, if you're good. You don't have a lot of mental bullshit if you're good.
But even if you're dumb, it's 8 or 10 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now for those who are watching this, they may be thinking, because now everybody's talking about, I'm an entrepreneur, right? Anyone can put in on Instagram.
Correct.
Right? Yesterday they were unemployed. Today they're entrepreneur.
Correct.
So it's kind of funny to see that. When I first heard about the concept of internal growth versus external growth, which internal is growing through marketing, basically function marketing. Organic, right? External, which is just like you said, buying revenue. Back then again, I couldn't appreciate the genius of it, because I was like, I had a lot of like just lower self mental barrier where I don't have money to buy company. Why would they sell it to me? Why would they sell to a young guy? How would that work? How would I manage these people? Like, I had all this bullshit in my head, right? But what I realize is, even now with baby boomers, a lot of them want to sell the business. There are a lot of opportunities, and you could actually acquire business with none of your money. I know it's hard to believe. If you don't fully understand QLA, you're like, oh, that's impossible. No, it's very, very possible. Maybe talk to us about that, about money.
Well, first of all, on my website, we developed something last year called QLA for Dummies. Because as you well know, I've been giving away all my product for almost 10 years.
Yes.
But everybody, they come and say, well, Mr. Pena, where do we start? Because there's like almost 8 gigs of free material on my site, which a lot of it is on your site.
Yes.
Okay.
On YouTube too.
Okay. And so we developed this QLA for Dummies, and it takes you step by step how to work through the site and how to do it. But money right now is the system is built on OPM, other people's money and other people. Those are the 2 biggest levers in life that you have. And right now, as long as the company is cash flowing, meaning as long as it's making money. If it's losing money, if it's losing 10,000,
there's a turnaround, right?
Yeah. Turnarounds is another thing. After you bought 5 or 10 companies that are profitable, then you can go find turnarounds. But turnarounds is another level of sophistication as far as management's concerned. Like, you know enough to turn around businesses now because you've been at it.
Yes.
But when you first started, you don't want to do that.
You're not good enough to do that.
No. Even the guys that have been at it a while aren't good enough to do it. Yeah. But right now, the idea of buying companies that have cash flow and that are, in other words, they're paying taxes on some earnings that they have. It's quite simple. And again, it's all free on my website, and I challenge you to look at it.